Alright, let's see what we got here. Started over to see if we can't figure out what the deal is. Alright. It looks like this might be working now. As long as we don't freeze, look at our little cursor. It's moving around the room. It's doing cool little cursor things. But most importantly, what our cursor is not doing, it's freezing. So, now that we've seemingly gotten this working,
Medium levels of water found. High levels of silicon found.
scanning. Alright, so I have a certain number of sonar pings that I can do when the round starts.
Low
The
levels
number
of
being
carbon
11.
found.
But I can only scan in a specific direction. Otherwise, I'm just wasting pings on nothing. God, I don't have much out here this round. Lots of silicon. Nothing much else. I can't use it on nothing. Oh,
High levels of aluminum found.
got some
Ooh, a
aluminum.
geothermal vent. That will be useful.
Geothermal. Thanks. Thank you for letting me know, Siri.
Low
Oh,
levels
yeah.
of iron found.
Alright. So that's all I can do in that small with my pings. I have it paused right now so that the game doesn't beat me into submission. I got 4 bases I can build. Expansive, which gives me an extra claim, which sounds like a pretty awesome idea after my first game. Video Red Stripe, there is no Bayonetta this evening because Kat and Bob are actually heading to an event that you all probably have heard of for NIS America. They're going to be announcing something. We don't really know what it is. Maybe a Disgaea release date. Disgaea 5, yes, 5 release date. But they were unable to find the time to stream, so instead you get little old me streaming Offworld Trading Company, which is essentially Civilization, but instead of about combat, it's about commerce, and I have no clue how to play it, so I'm learning as you're watching. Enjoy. What else we got here for base? Headquarters for robotic. Does not rely on food, water, or oxygen. Units use power instead of fuel. Scavenger can use the black market more frequently. I don't even understand the black market or the regular market, so I'm going to skip scavenger. I picked scientific last time. Buildings built over resources. We'll use those resources as input. faster research of technologies and patents. I almost want to take expansive this time around. So that's what I'm going to do, but which direction am I building? I got a lot of silicon up here. There's geothermal vent in that direction.
Permits approved and cleared, sir, with Alpha 3 team reporting in. We will have the first factories up and running in no time.
Thank you, Siri. Yes, Hero, you look. This is also real-time strategy. Like I said, now we're in real time, which is probably not the best idea because I need to think about what I'm doing. So over here on the left side, you see all of the resources available in the game. This is a quantity that I hold, and I can either buy or sell it. When I buy stuff, the price goes up. When I sell stuff, the price goes down. There's also the rate at which I am losing those resources. And then along the side here, as I mouse over each one, you can see the buildings that I can build to mine or acquire any of those resources. Each of those areas takes one claim. I start with 4, so it's a matter of deciding if I want to start with silicon. No, wait, I got aluminum. Yeah, and I think I had a lot of silicon up here, and then I have some water over here. So geothermal vent, what is that for? Is that power? Solar panel, wind turbine, construct geothermal plant. And as you can see, the requirements to build this, I don't have enough aluminum and steel right now. So the extra to build that building, I'll have to buy straight from the market. So these are reflecting current market prices. So I could wait until I get more aluminum and steel, or I could just spend the money right now and buy the geothermal vent, which I am probably going to do. Because power in the very first game seemed to be my big problem. Aluminum. Alright, that's free to build right now. Probably need a little bit of water. And where's silicon? Silicon, there we go. That is all of the claims I have. So let's turn this back on.
High levels of water found.
Medium levels of
Scientific
carbon
colony
found.
founded.
To build stuff.
High levels of carbon found.
I do watch StarCraft streams sometimes, but I find that they actually move.
High
they tend to
levels of
move a
iron
little bit
found.
quick for me, because I'm not
Scientific
a
colony
StarCraft
founded.
player. So yes, I do watch the occasional stream, but I'm more of a building player when you count things that are outside of my normal sphere. Alright, I don't have any claims, but I am making power. My little dudes are bringing in stuff, and my stock price is pretty high compared to my
Freelance
rivals.
pirates are auctioning their services to the highest bidder.
2,000,
3,000.
What? No.
4,000. 5,000.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna. I don't even know what sabotage does, so I'm not spending any more.
7,000. 8,000.
Whew. Someone is spending a lot of money to hurt somebody. Alright. So I have aluminum. Need steel to upgrade my headquarters. Steel is really expensive. Damn. How do I make steel? Let's see. Consumes iron to produce steel. Do I have any iron?
The black market is online.
Not seeing any iron. Iron is... Oh, there's some iron. But I can't buy it. Cannot buy iron. But I can buy stock in this sabotage. And that's how you win the game. Basically, once you end up buying full stock in somebody, then you will essentially own their corporation, just like any other big business right now. This also means that I can't afford an upgrade now. So that probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but Mike Williams is not a titan of commerce, so it's really not much of a problem. Need steel. Aluminum's up to 44. Let's see if aluminum can go higher, then I'll start selling some of that off. Alright. Alright, sell some of that. Let's make an upgrade.
With each new citizen, our domination grows.
So I have more claims to work with, including
2,000.
A new claim is
seeing if
available
there's some
for auction.
iron.
Bidding will begin at
4,000.
Or as shown.
5,000. 6,000.
So can I build a mine there? Yes, I can.
7,000. 8,000.
Fuel. What do I need for fuel?
sold.
Pirates. I hate those filthy
Consumes
bandits.
-1 water to make fuel. This is what I'm probably going to build next because it looks like fuel is what I need. Do I have enough yet? $19.40. No, just a little bit more, and then I can buy some fuel. Ah. Oh. Aluminum is all the way down to $1. Probably because I have so much of it. But I can sell off some aluminum. So I have 3 claims. I'm in debt up to my ears, and I have $44 to my name.
New patent up for auction. Bidding will begin at
6,000.
Is this game worth $35? Depends on how much you love the idea of Forex real-time strategy based around commerce. And that's one of the great things about Kickstarter and early access, is that games like this, which probably wouldn't survive otherwise, can find audiences that are really like tuned into the idea. So this is one of those niche games, and it depends on how much you love that niche. Iron. I need more iron. Water. Let's see. Okay, source of iron. What's over here?
4,000.
a new claim is available for auction. Bidding will begin at
7,000.
I'm not ahead, so I'm not the most frequent sabotage target.
sold.
See, like minced garlic right there. Minced, you are probably the type of person that is looking for this game. It's not the strongest
Scientific
or
colony
easiest sell,
expanded.
for anyone else who's not necessarily into RTS and crazy commerce. Ooh, silicon's going down. Made a little bit of money. So I guess the point that I can do now is I have harvested a certain amount, but I can at this point now buy some of the cheaper stuff, like, what is this? Carbon? And stockpile it for money, because someone might need it later. Yep, that's carbon. Yeah, Hero, this is my first play. My very first play ever.
Scientific colony expanded.
Alright. Got 2 claims. I need a lot of power. Where do I get power? Ooh, solar. Okay.
Let this be a lesson to you all. Screw with us, and we screw with you.
That seems kind of fucked up. Just a little bit. Got one more claim. Do I go with food or power? Yeah, but I only have one geothermal vent that I already have here.
New patent up for auction. Bidding will begin at sold.
Oh, that's why. Someone destroyed my geothermal plant. What does it cost to repair it? Can't afford to build another geothermal. What does this do? Oh, okay. That just shows available buildings. I don't need that all the time. Still, my stock price is the best right now, but I don't know how to repair something. So with this button,
Scientific colony expanded.
Scavenger colony expanded.
so either I'm missing the resources to repair it, or I just can't repair it for whatever reason. Who knows?
Scientific colony expanded.
I'm currently out of food. This is my normal stop time, guys, but I started late because of all the issues, so I'm going to keep going as I and you figure out exactly what's going on here. And yes, this is partially based on Mule. As you can see in the interview that I did with Soren Johnson, that was part of the inspiration for this game.
A new
All right.
claim is available for auction. Bidding will begin at
1,000. 8,000.
No, I don't have enough money for that. Wow, I'm rich?
9,000.
How am I rich? Compared to what?
sold.
Carbon's still mad cheap. Losing money on food,
Let
though.
this be a lesson to you all. Screw with us, and we screw with you.
Alright, Miss Shodan, thank you for that. I don't have enough money to build a hydroponics farm.
Let this be a lesson to you all. Screw with us, and we screw with you.
What can I build? Let's build more power. What do we got here?
Scavenger colony expanded.
Am I a better space overlord 7 pens? Currently my stock is below Miss Patton and Mr. Balanced. I'm still beating Miss Sabotage though. Holy crap, Miss Sabotage has upgraded her HQ to level 4. What?
Let this be a lesson
is
to you
so
all.
expensive.
Screw with us, and we screw with you.
Oops. sell.
Scientific colony expanded.
That price is low. What else do I got stockpiled? Aluminum. Iron. Ooh, I can make some good money on iron right now. So the only thing that we don't know right now is how to repair.
7,000.
New patent up for auction. Bidding will begin at sold.
Total worth of buildings. My buildings are cheap. Whatever, I don't hate. See what else I can build on right here. What are you? Silicon? I got a crap ton of silicon. What don't I have?
Scientific
water.
colony expanded.
There's water down here. Holy crap, what is this thing he's built here? Enemy sabotage electrolysis reactor. Alright. That must be for patent research. Well, everyone else can answer Video Red Stripes question. How do you feel about games, new indie games, mining old game styles, much like people are saying this is very much in comparison to Mule? What do you think about that? You think that's good? Think that's bad? Oh, no. Make some money. How much is iron at? 88. Woo! Mr. William about to make some money.
Scientific colony expanded.
This is the broken building. Where's the repair button? Just right click on it. One click on it. No?
New patent up for auction. Bidding will begin at
9,000.
sold.
Honestly, Red Stripe, I think this, at least right now, is a little bit more complex than Mule was, although, I mean, Mule was pretty much constrained by the platforms
Your
it was
stock
on
is
at the
being
time.
Scientific colony expanded.
Oh, someone just bought my stock. Miss Patton. I don't like you, Miss Patton. Especially with this running stock market that's happening right now. I'm not sure that that could have been done on an older platform. But I do know right now I have a lot of stockpiled stuff that I can make some money on. what upgrades do I have here? Well, Drenny, I just started playing this. So far, what I can tell is the best way to avoid being bought out. As you can see, Miss Patton there is ahead. Is to make sure that your stock stays high.
Holographic imaging activated.
If your stock stays high, then most people can't actually buy out your stock. Miss Sabotage and I have both had our stock bought out. But I actually, no one's touched Mr. Balance yet because he's slightly above, ahead of where we are right now. Let's see.
Worker morale is at an all-time high, thanks to the infrastructure boost you approved. We'll be able to ship more industries off Earth in no time.
Yeah! Yeah, worker morale. All my workers are super happy.
New land is available for auction. Bidding will begin at... Sold!
Especially Red Stripe, sometimes there's no reason to reinvent the wheel if you have a solid framework for how something works. In this case, corporation, intercorporation commerce. You're going to, even if you start designing from the beginning, end up designing quite possibly the same thing. Alright, what's out there that I can still suck up? Iron, silicon. I got a ton of silicon, though. Where's that iron? Got a ton of iron, too. Alright, how do I get some steel?
Your stock is being bought.
Ah, buying your own stocks is a defensive move. That is smart.
Your stock is being bought.
Alright, steel seems to be the one that I can probably make some good money on, especially with the price that high. Carbon. Probably make some money on carbon too. Let's see. Oh no, Red Stripe. It's not that you're down on games. It's very easy, especially sometimes in indies, just to see someone taking a old game idea and just put a new coat of paint on it and shove it out the door and call it a day. I mean, with the big indie rush, we've seen a whole lot of roguelikes and a whole lot of Metroidvania style
Freelance
titles.
pirates are auctioning
And
their
not every one of
services
them
to the
adds
highest bidder.
something to the overall market, I'd say.
10,000.
Alright, so I got carbon coming in. I don't have steel coming in large numbers yet. there any iron that is hiding? Got some silicon. Steel is what I want, but I might
Your
be able
stock
to make
is
some
being
money
your
off
stock is
carbon.
being bought.
Woo! Alright, so buying my own stock is smart. Thank you, hero.
Your stock is being bought.
Oh no! May actually lose this game,
Your
guys.
stock is
Well,
being bought.
when I say lose this game, I mean like lose this game like right now. During the stream. Because this PC is playing hard.
Your
I think I
stock
did
is
pretty
being
good for
bought.
my first game, though. Oh, why? Miss Patton has taken control of Automatic Zen. So that was me,
Expansive
folks.
colony
Stock
expanded.
prices of players over time. As you can see, Miss Patton just pulled away from us in stock price, especially when she went and bought me out. Let's see. Insane resources graph. What does that mean? Oh my god. So this is the kind of thing that that I'm talking about. Like a mule, you could do this with a certain number of resources that were available within that game. But this kind of really,
Expansive colony expanded.
I'd say,
New land is available for auction. Bidding will begin at
focus on minutia is something that only Offworld trading can supply. Probably because of current CPU power. I mean, it's a visually good-looking game, but it's not throwing out probably as much strength as something like Endless Legend was. That's fine because it doesn't need to be about that. Video Red Stripe, it did seem pretty tough, but remember again that was my first time out playing the game. And I'd say I wasn't doing too bad. Right now, Miss Sabotage is holding off Miss Patton by buying out her own stocks. Not that it's going to matter much, because Miss Patton's stock is so much higher. And she's now working with my resources, so yeah, no, she's gonna rock this out, and there we go. Miss Patton takes control of Miss Sabotage. But no, that was actually pretty interesting. It was somewhat what I expected, but it wasn't completely what I expected, and I do appreciate that. Unlike the Civ games or Endless Legend, it doesn't particularly waste hours and hours of your time. That game was what, 30-40 minutes total. So this is a good game if you're really into RTS based on commerce. This is a good game to get into, something that you can play during lunch if you got a laptop, or you can play, after dinner before the family gets home or something like that. But that is our stream for today. It's 6:30 my time. If you're West Coast, that's 3:30 your time. So you're probably still at work. Technically, I'm still at work because I have an article to do. But that's the end of our Thursday stream, folks. I'm not sure what we're going to have next Tuesday. It won't be me because I'll be seeing another game. So I'll be traveling. Yeah, see, Hero, I can definitely see a group of good players with super high stocks, especially on the multiplayer side. People buying low, selling high, holding on to resources to shut certain players out of markets. I can definitely see this being a really good high-level game. So I hope it does well for them, because what they have so far is actually pretty good. Otherwise, later, folks, I will see you on usgamer.net, where we do the best writing ever, or on one of these streams. Remember, it's every Tuesday and Thursday. Later, folks.